After spending so much time on YouTube, I have watched countless content creators. There are so many of them out there that do different and unique things that it's easy to wish that I had more time. But as of lately, I've tried my best to spend time watching creators that really mean a lot to me, and will have an everlasting impact on not only me, but the content that I produce. That's something you'll see a lot, which is just that these 5 creators that I've picked as my top 5 favorite all show a bit of who I am. I take influence from each one of these creators in some sense, some more than others, but that's how it is on YouTube. There is a certain amount of content that you have to consume if you want to produce creative works. Finding new ideas through the changes and experimentation on what you already know isn't nearly as quick as finding new ideas through changing and experimenting on what you like. So take of this what you will. Here are my top 5 favorite YouTubers. It was a bit more than a year ago when I discovered the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. I first heard of him when Michael Stevens from Vsauce mentioned a word featured in one of his videos. I decided to look him up and proceeded to watch all of his content. The channel is run by John Koenig, and focuses on the invention of new words. But not just any old words to describe any old thing. These words are used to describe feelings, or sorrows, that are yet to be given a word. What's so beautiful about a channel like this is not only the artistic value behind it, but also how perfectly one of his videos can bring you through the emotion that he is trying to describe. It's like the artistic form of a dictionary definition. Instead of just telling you what the word means, he shows you the feelings and power behind that word. It's been a long time since I've watched his videos, mostly because it's been a long time since he's uploaded, but when going back to the channel, I only now realize how much his content has influenced my own. Maybe too much, as you could almost consider his channel a better and more original version of my own. But everyone is unique, even if we all do the same things. He has a word for that too, which is Vemodalen, the fear that everything has already been done. iDubbbz is a very recognizable personality on YouTube. I myself have talked about him in videos on occasion. One of the things I think about when deciding who my favorite YouTubers are is their catalog of videos. How rewatchable and how many videos do they have? iDubbbz is a case where a good amount of his content can be rewatched time and time again. While I understand why people like him, charismatically speaking, I don't find his content as funny as most people do. Instead, what I enjoy about him is the logic he presents. As you most likely know, iDubbbz is mostly known for his criticisms of YouTubers, Kickstarter pages, and whatever else. Part of enjoying his content is seeing how the community reacts to it. When something like a content cop releases, it's an event to many people. The impact of his videos are always talked about in great detail and makes for a lot of really good discussions. Despite the popularity of the videos on his main channel, like Bad Unboxing, I tend to enjoy the videos he makes on his second channel quite a bit more in some cases. I enjoy the series he has on that channel about saving the squirrels, mostly because it's a lot more calm and less immature. How people discover YouTubers is a very interesting thing to me. With all the algorithms, thumbnail and title optimization, YouTube recommended, and collaborations, sometimes the best way to find someone new is through a friend. In the case of Lewex, his channel was recommended to me by a friend of mine. This friend constantly recommends creators, shows, and anything else he likes that I don't have the time to watch. So I thought to myself that it would be another channel that I would soon forget. But after introducing myself to his channel through the video he made titled Simulated Reality, Lewex quickly became one of my favorite YouTubers. His calm voice, smooth editing, and unique topics got me extremely hooked. Everything about his channel was presented extremely professionally. The amount of time he works on his content is incredibly inspiring, especially after seeing that it's paying off for him. Ever since I made a documentary about him, my editing style has been shifted more towards a look similar to his. To say that I respect his work would be an understatement. What has always been impressive to me about him is his ability to discuss a topic. He always goes incredibly in depth and can make just about anything sound interesting. Vsauce is a channel that showed me how cool it is to learn things. After spending a great deal of time on his channel, the education I have received has been enjoyable. That's not something most people can say about education in general. The idea of learning has been stigmatized in a way that makes people want to avoid it. Learning has become associated with being bored or anxious. But I respect the work that Michael from Vsauce does, mostly for the fact that it can show people how amazing it is to learn something new. Michael answers questions I didn't know I even wanted answering. In a society that consumes a heavy amount of repetitive media that serves no larger purpose, Michael has come along to remind us that thinking is worth our time. I honestly can't remember how I came to find out about his channel, but the time I've spent watching his videos has never felt wasted. While he is already greatly successful, he deserves it, just as I believe everyone on this list does. Mama Max is my favorite YouTuber. While he doesn't upload anymore because of financial reasons, he's one of the very few YouTubers that I can go back and watch no matter what. Regardless of how old the video is, I can still connect with it in a way that I think most people that enjoy his content can. He's known to talk about very serious issues, and while I don't suffer from most of what he talks about, I can respect how much emotion and care he puts into each one of his videos. Max has a unique talent for being able to show us what it's like to live in his mind. How he brings us through the story of his personal life struggle, followed up with how he got over things, is an emotional ride in itself. Maybe I'm just nostalgic, maybe I'm just overstating his content. But regardless of that, you can tell he seriously cared about everything he was doing. If you're a fan of his content, you'll know what I mean when I say he feels like a good friend. I don't usually get attached to online personalities in the same way I did with Max. I felt like him and the rest of his fans were a big family. That sounds weird and whatever, but his content would connect people in that weird sort of way. A lot of YouTubers try to have the same sort of connection with their fans, but it always seemed fake to me. People say they love their fans all the time, but Max was the first person that I think truly meant it.